What's going on, guys? Antonio here. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up for me, and let's get into it. All right, so I'm on X, formerly known as Twitter, and I'm on the Dark Side of the Ring account. They sent this tweet out. We're partnering with The Rock and $7 Productions again on a new 4-part documentary series, Who Killed WCW? The meteoric rise and spectacular fall of the cultural phenomenon that was World Championship Wrestling, June 4th at 10 p.m. on Vice TV. Now, you just saw they were playing the trailer there. Like I said, it's on YouTube. You can go check that out directly. Sometimes when I've put video into my videos, they get flagged. So I've been kind of careful about that because I definitely don't like the strikes on my channel. But this person, Jared Hazelwood, chimed in after this tweet was sent out. And he said, I normally love all your work, but I'm going to pass. Not only are there podcasts, books, and documentaries about this, with The Rock producing it, it's going to have a huge WWE tilt to it. And we already have a docuseries with that, The Monday Night War. So it's a bit redundant. And I actually did like The Monday Night War, but obviously, as the old saying goes, to the victors go the spoils. And they also say that history is written by the victors. So there's a lot of stuff, and I've heard different wrestlers and commentators talk about that some of the WWE documentaries, Vince has at least when Vince McMahon was still actively involved with WWE, it would be Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard, and they would kind of, Bruce, and Jim Cornette said this, Bruce is there to put in the information that Vince wants. So if you watch some of those old documentaries, that's kind of what the deal is. But as you can see here, the man himself, Big Sexy Kevin Nash, who is going to appear. I saw Medusa. If you know who Medusa is, if you follow the Monday Night Wars, you should know definitely who Medusa was. But she started off in WCW and then came over to, what was her name? Alundra Blaze. I think that was it. She's in the Hall of Fame now, but when she decided to leave WWE, she went back to WCW, but they had not taken the women's title off of her. And she did that infamous promo where she threw the WWE Women's Championship in the garbage on live television. And that was something that Vince was very upset about. Heard about that a few times. But you see here Kevin Nash, who is appearing in this documentary as well. He said, no, we told our story, not the WWE Victor's story, not the WWE Victor's version. This will be the first real take. And like I said, The Rock's in it, Booker T's in it. I saw Eric Bischoff, Goldberg, Medusa. So you have a lot of either current or former WWE people, and obviously people that worked in WCW. I understand Rey Mysterio's under contract, but I remember when I watched the Rise and Fall of WCW, which that's on Peacock. Rey Mysterio had some good insights, especially when they were talking about the cruiserweight division and stuff like that. But having Kevin Nash and having Eric Bischoff in there, Booker T obviously as well. I think, and obviously Goldberg was one of my favorite. It was The Rock, Stone Cold, and Goldberg as my favorite wrestlers from that, the Monday Night Wars. And then obviously people like Chris Jericho and Billy Kidman and, Raven with the Flock. There was I had so many great memories of watching Monday Nitro at that time. I remember when Dennis Rodman appeared and he was part of the NWO, and then the Bulls went on and they won another championship. And it was like the whole deal. It was such a good time, in professional wrestling. And I don't think the business seems like it's coming back now. Obviously the attendance in WWE is up. AEW attendance and viewership is not quite where it was, like, say, a year, 2 years ago. But something that was said in the Rise and Fall of WCW documentary was, it's a shame not having viable competition, because when you have, I think Chris Jericho said that, he was like, in the old days, if you had, if there was viable competition, one company's not treating you right, you can go somewhere else and get paid, and then maybe once you get your name up in the other place, they can bring you back to the other company, and then you can make another run, which is kind of how the old territory system used to work. Like, they had the territory system. You'd be like, say you'd be out in like the Pacific Northwest in the territory out there. You do a 6-month run, a year run. The act starts to get a little stale there. They finish up your storyline, and then maybe you head down to, like, say, Georgia or Memphis, and you start working down there. Maybe you head down to Texas. They ran you out of one territory. You start off, those fans, they didn't have the TV was very centralized then. So, like, if a TV show, wrestling program aired in California, it didn't also air in, like, Florida and Georgia and New York. So you could work in one place, you could finish up your storyline, and then they'd be like, hey, go up to, like, AWA, like in Minneapolis, and you can work, like, Chicago, and you can work all those little areas up there. That's how it used to be, but everything's on the internet now. You can watch Japanese wrestling now. It's like everything. You can watch wrestling that, is being broadcast from Europe. So that, with the globalization of the wrestling business, it did kind of hurt things in that sense, especially for the talent. But I'm locking this in. I know I've got Hulu. So I know Vice airs on Hulu, so I'm going to definitely lock this in. I'm looking forward to, actually, because I thought the Monday Night Wars was a good documentary. I watched every episode of it. I enjoyed it. But, even though you had people like Kevin Nash and Scott Hall when he was still alive and stuff, and, they appeared in the documentary, it was heavily WWE slanted. So I'd like to see this version that The Rock is producing with his ex-wife Dany Garcia. So I'm going to check that out. If you're looking forward to it, I would love to discuss it with you. Get in the comment section. Give me a follow. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on X. I'm on Threads, all at Ikari Press. And if you type in IkariPress.com, it will take you to my comic book, brand Way of the Gun. I've got the link to that and the link to my Gumroad in the description as well. We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for all the likes, and for, I've had some spirited debates with some of you guys, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much again. I'm out.